So what's an insectary? It's about creating an environment for beneficial insects to live and thrive, and then to provide benefit back to agriculture or back to the vineyards. We're going to meet with Jim, the local vineyard guru, right here in the GH Sharpe Vineyard to talk a little bit about what this insectary planting means to him and how it's benefiting the viticulture enterprise around us. So what we've got planted here is over 70 different species in this actual insectary. One of the key ones here is spinosa. Now in summer, particularly around Christmas, because it's also known as the Christmas bush, and it attracts a multitude of insects, wasps, spiders, ladybugs, lacewings, all those things that we want to bring into the vineyard because they are natural pest controllers. Alongside here, we've got she oaks. The drooping she oak is fantastic for not only a windbreak and also bringing in some of the local seed-eating birds, but also provides natural habitat along its bark, especially for spiders, which we're finding are loving this habitat. And over here, oh, this is super exciting. These are growing great. These are the Rhagodia parabolica, or seaberry saltbush. CSIRO have proven that saltbush are one of the key species for bringing back beneficial insects. So if you've got a chance, get some of these into your vineyard. Jim, we're here, it's 6 years on since we did the planting. I know you're out here digging holes and doing all the hard yards on those 2 fantastic days way back when. Tell us a bit about how this planting has grown.
It's great visually walking around, and it adds a lot to the culture, wanting to move forward and into a place of biodiversity and environmental improvement. And then directly for the vineyard, you can see a drop-off of pest species like scale. Our data analysis shows more spiders around that take care of these pests, like mealybugs. But yeah, a large increase in beneficials.
And you mentioned the spiders. Spiders are great for controlling some of those pest insects on the vine, so terrific to hear that. This project, you obviously have to manage and maintain it. What's some of the effort that you have to put into?
Early days, there was a lot of weeding with the snipping around the plants, taking guards off, putting guards on to things that are struggling. They're established, they're seeding, and it's great to see.
Yeah, I think that's so fantastic that 6 years on, we now have this area that's pretty much self-maintaining. Things are flowering, seeding, and bringing the insects in, providing habitat all year round. So the benefit of planting a multiple of species means that we've got different things flowering and seeding all year round. So when the vines need it, especially through that spring, summer, the bugs are ready to go and they're ready to control those pests naturally. What was the ultimate outcome that you were hoping to achieve when you first put the planting in?
The outcome we want is increased beneficials for the area, the microbats, bugs, even kestrels around, and in turn that'll reduce the pests present in the vines.
Fantastic. So it's all about those natural pest controllers, isn't it? The microbats you mentioned, you put up a number of microbat boxes as well to bring in some of those natural pest controllers along with the beneficial insects.
Well, that's it. And even just recently we've been able to halve the amount of sulphur we're spraying through the vineyard because of the reduction in scale. So it's good cost-wise and environmentally.
So reducing your sprays helps create that diversity of beneficial insects right here on the vineyard. I guess one thing we want to do is try and encourage other land managers to do the same sort of thing, to put back some natural plantings to encourage native beneficial insects. What's something you could tell other vineyard operators about how you might go about that?
We spend so much time spraying for pests, and this helps keep that naturally under control. And it's really a time investment. You spend all this time and money putting the plants in, but then it pays for itself in the long run. One
of the exciting things here, I know you guys did a release of the Cryptolemus bug, a type of ladybug that actually targets the scale. And we know from studies that the Cryptolemus is all over the vineyard now since its early release in the bioplot. So fantastic that we're not seeing scale, and knowing that Cryptolemus is out there doing its work when it needs to. What does it mean to you to be able to take that on and do this sort of work?
It's a bit of a point of pride. It was my great-granddad's. He grew hay here for the dairy. Then it was my granddad's and passed on to my dad and uncle, and they converted it all to a vineyard. And now my brother and I are working here, and adding to the vineyard with the bio project is something that we can be really proud of.
Fantastic to be out here today, and how good to chat with Jim and how much passion he's got for this wonderful planting. Look, the key is really, whether you're a commercial grower or maybe even just in your own backyard, the key is to just get started and get some of these plants back into the environment and create that beneficial insectary habitat. If you think you want to get on board and do some more work but you need some help, feel free to give us a call. We've got some wonderful resources now online, so check those out. We'd love to hear about your project and how you too are creating a beneficial insectary garden in your place.